Hello young artists, welcome back to another Art for Kids Sunday. Today we're going to be drawing the Disney character Bluey. So grab your pencils and paper and let's get started.
Okay, for the first step we want to make Bluey's head and body. His head and body is kind of one shape. So we're going to make a rectangle here. It's going to be a rounded rectangle, and going above that is going to be some triangle type ears. So you want to leave some room for those. But for the body and the head, we're just going to do a big rounded rectangle. There we go, just like that. So we got rounded corners on it and a rectangle shape. So that is going to be step 1. Let's go to step 2, and this is going to be Bluey's ears. And Bluey's ears are very simple. This is a very simple drawing with simple shapes. We're going to do some triangles here for his ears. So we're just going to start at the edge right there. We're going to go up. I'm going to make it kind of rounded, not really pointed, and we're just going to come down just like that. So that is going to be Bluey's ear, and we want the other one here to come up same way, and then down to that side right there. All right, and that is Bluey's ears, and that is step 2 finished. Let's move on to step 3. In step 3, we're going to make Bluey's arms, and he's going to be saying yay and have his arms up. So what we're going to do is we're going to start about in the middle of the body here, and we're going to go up. We're going to make a rounded curly Q just like that for his thumb. Let's come up with this hand. So we're going to come up like this. All right, and then we're going to make one finger here. So make it poking up like that. We're going to make another rounded finger there. And then we're going to make one more right there. And then we're just going to connect that right there. So that's what it looks like. He's got 4 fingers, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And then we're going to make a little line right there for his palm. All right, and that's one arm done. Now we're going to try to copy this arm over here and try to match it pretty much the same way. So I'm going to kind of look over here. I want my top line to start there and my bottom line to start about right there. So we're going to go up, make a curly Q just like that, and then let's go from the bottom up this one, up there. All right, and then let's do that one finger right there, and then we're going to do another one right there, and we're going to do one more right there, and then we're going to connect that one right there and then make that little line for his palm. All right, I think those pretty much match. So that is step 3 done. Let's move on to step 4. So step 4, we're going to put in his legs. So we're going to come out about right here, come down to about right there, I think is good. And then over on this side, just like that. So just 2 little parallel lines like that. And then we're going to flare out a bit. Flare out a bit on that side. And then we're just going to connect the 2 with a rounded shape, just like that. And then we're going to put in a line there and a line there for his toes. All right, and that is Bluey's feet. All right, let's do one more. We'll do it over here. We're going to flare out and flare out. Round it like that, and then 2 toes. Just like that. And there's Bluey's feet. Okay, so that is step 4 done. Let's move on to step 5. Step 5 is going to be very simple. It's just going to be his tail. And we're going to start right here on the I guess if you're looking at it, it's going to be his right leg. If you are Bluey, it will be his left leg, but right over here on the right side. So we're going to do a curve line like that, another one like that, a little one like that, and we're going to come up and meet his body right there. So that's going to be Bluey's tail. Okay, very good. That is step 5 done. Let's move on to step 6. And step 6, we're going to put in his eyes. So his eyes are just going to be 2 ovals. We're going to do one. I want him kind of big. His eyes are really big. So about like that. That's one eye. And then we're going to do another one over here. And try to match it, same size. Yeah, I think that's pretty much even. All right. Now we're going to make 2 little pupils in the middle. So we're going to do a smaller circle here in the middle. And then another one over here. Just like that. There is Bluey's eyes. That is step 6 complete. Let's move on to step 7. So step 7 is going to be his nose and mouth. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the edge of the eye on the right side, and we're going to go up a little bit, and we're going to overlap this eye right here, and we want to come out to about right there. So I'm just going to draw a straight line that's kind of going up a little bit. All right, and then we're going to take that line and we're going to curve it all the way down to about right, maybe here. And then it's going to go back up and curve around like that. And then down right there. Okay, and then we're going to put a line to connect those 2 right there. Okay, and then his teeth are just going to be a wiggly line all the way over to that side. Okay, and so now let's go ahead and take out the bottom of this eye, because it's going to be covered up by his nose. So just about, I think that's good. And then we're going to have this pupil just peeking up over his nose. All right, and then for his nose, we're going to start at the top corner right there, and we're going to do down and then back up like that. So that's going to be his nose. Okay, so that is step 7 done. We got his nose in, his snout, and his mouth and teeth. All right, so that is step 7. Let's move on to step 8. Step 8 is going to be his eyebrows. So his eyebrows are going to overlap this line right here, and they're just going to be kind of sausage shapes. Just about like that. And then we'll do another one over there. Okay? All right, and I think that will do it for our sketch. So I'm going to clean up some of these sketch lines, and we will pick back up when we're ready to start coloring. Okay, we're back. Let's move into the coloring process. And the colors that I'll be using today, I will put on the screen. So the first color we're going to pick up is probably the, let's see, maybe the regular blue. So that's going to be his body. And you know what, before we do that, there are some shapes on his body that we need to go ahead and put in before we start coloring it, so we don't like color the mistake, make a coloring mistake. So take your very light blue color, and we're going to make a kind of a half oval here in the center for his belly. So you're going to start a little bit over from the edge of his leg, and we're just going to go up and curve around, and then meet up about right there with that line on his leg. So that's going to be a little tummy part right here that's going to be a different color. Alright, and let me see. On the bottom of the feet here, make a curved line like this on both feet, because the bottom of those is going to be this light blue color. And then on his hands too. So do a line right there and a line right there. So it's going to make his hands look like they're light blue. Okay, and I think that is it with the light blue. So you can pick up your regular blue now. Actually, pick up your purple blue. And we're going to define where these parts are going to be too. So start somewhere in where the nose or where the mouth is. So we're going to just do a curved line up to the body right there. So just like that. And then from the eye here, we're just going to go over and meet the edge of the head over there. Alright, and then from the eye here, up to his eyebrow. And then on this side, same thing, up to his eyebrow. Alright, because this and this is going to be this purple bluish color. The bottom of his tail also. So make a curved line like that. That part's going to be a darker blue. And then take your beige color. So we want to do another triangle here in the middle. So let's go up and then back down. Up and then back down. So just follow that same shape of the ear. So that part's going to be beige. And then on the nose, we're going to go under the mouth here. And follow the shape of the mouth. And then when you get to here, we're going to go up and connect with the bottom of the eye right there. Now all of this part's going to be beige. Alright, now I think that's got all the separate parts that we want to color in. So let's again pick up your regular blue color. And we want to color very lightly. We don't want it dark. Alright, so let's do the arms and the body and the tops of the legs and the top of the tail. This middle part of the head, and we'll do that in this blue color here lightly. Alright, and this is the part where I'll probably speed the video up. You guys can pause it while you color yours and pick back up when you're finished. Alright, we are finished. We got the blue parts done. So the next biggest part is maybe this darker purple blue. Alright, and then these parts we're going to do them a little bit darker. So we're going to do the edges of the ears here. So the edge of that. And then the two round parts around the eyes. And then the bottom of his tail. Alright, so let's do that part now. Okay, we're back and we finished the dark bluer parts, purple blue. So you can see I pushed a little bit harder to make it a little bit darker because we want that dark right there. Alright, so our next color is going to be, let's do the beige next. So we're going to do the inside of the ears here, not the eyebrow. And then the nose part here, but not that part right here. So that's going to be black where his nose is going to be. And then all this mouth part is going to be beige, not the teeth. Okay, and that's all the beige part. So that was easy enough. Alright, next thing, let's do the light blue. So the light blue is going to be his eyebrows, his hands, his belly, and his feet. Alright, we're back. So I'm having a problem. There's not much contrast between the regular blue and the very light blue. So I'm going to pick up my regular blue and I'm just going to go over just a little bit darker, so you can see a separation from the light blue to the regular blue. But we don't want to go too much to match that purplish blue. So I'm just going to go around this tummy part right here. There we go. Now we can see that separation. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so now let's do our black. So we're going to color in his pupils here in the middle and his nose. There we are. All right, now let's do our outline. So I am going to do, so I'm trying to figure out, I don't want to do black lines on the separation of colors because we want that to stay like it is. But for the body, let's do that first. So let's do the ears and then the body here, and let's see what that looks like. All right, that's okay. Okay, let's do, I think I want to do this mouth part here because we've still got just the pencil mark. So let's do that line for the mouth, and then maybe the nose. And don't push too hard. So about like that. Maybe the top. About like that. Okay. Let's go around the eyes. Again, don't push too hard. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, and what else? Let's do the arms. Do these fingers. All right, and then maybe the legs and the tail. All right, I think that's good. Should we do the eyebrows too? Maybe let's do the eyebrows just lightly. That way they don't get lost in all those colors right there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay guys, we are finished our Bluey. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I think it turned out really good. So if you enjoyed this, please make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. Leave me a comment and tell me how it was for you. Did you like it? Do you want to see something else in the future? Let me know. Communicate with me. So having said that, I will see you guys next week for another Art for Kids Sunday. Take care and keep practicing.